Two guys right here. First of all, this is Shepard. Y'all may know him from the $1 Million Band in Tuscaloosa. He goes to church with us at Cross Point. And this guy right here, Hamric. Roll Tide Roll. You can put that on. I don't want to drop it, Jim. Roll Tide Roll has become an instant hit all over the world. Y'all saw it first on ZTV last year. Your dad, Mike, helped put that. How did all that come about? And then we'll get with you, Carter. Tell us, story.
Well, one day I was at school and Dad called me up and told me to look at my email immediately. And so I got online, looked at my email, and there was just this list of lyrics that I'd seen he had forwarded to Carter too. And a couple days later, I noticed there was a conversation going on between Dad and Carter, and they were kind of working out the kinks and the lyrics. Carter was saying what he thought would work, what wouldn't, and they were just kind of trying to figure out what worked best with the rest of the lyrics. And so we finally just got together one day and just put music to it, and that was it. And then got it recorded just a couple weeks later.
You seem to be the star of the show now.
Oh, I don't know about that.
The Roll Tide Roll. Are you shocked?
I was a little surprised, I guess. You know, we thought whenever you write a song, you don't know exactly what is going to come from it.
No, I've never written one, but that's okay.
Well, you can do it.
Yeah.
Never
okay.
too late to start.
I'll get you to do one about me.
Yeah, hey, there we go. But yeah, so like we wrote the song, and like I loved it. It was a blast writing it. It came easily, and I wasn't sure if anything was going to be done with it or not, but it turns out Mr. Mike had given the CD to Dan and Dingo at WDRM, and actually the first time that I heard the completed version of it.
So we'd been playing it on our station, but it wasn't completed at that point.
Right, and the first time I heard it, it was on WDRM, which was funny because I was in my dorm room and Dingo, who I knew from previous shows and stuff, called me and was like, "We're playing your song, Roll Tide Roll," and I was like, "What in the world?" And then Alabama kept winning, and the song
helped, didn't it?
Yeah, it did, and especially if they win again this next year, we're
gonna do a Roll Tide Roll too.
I don't know. We got to revamp it a little bit.
So, both of you guys, what has impressed you most about the song? The national championship. I mean,
I think just the way everything kind of fell into place. Because I mean, we wrote the song just because we're just avid Alabama fans, and it just so happened to be. Well, we wrote it this summer before the season started, and we recorded it literally 2 days before I left to go to school, and so it hadn't been recorded long before the season started, and we just started sending it to people and just started picking up like wildfire. I mean, it just spread everywhere.
The first time I heard it was in the church parking lot right after the first service that day with Mike. We sat out in the van and listened to it, and then we took it and matched it up, and y'all heard it first. So how often are you asked to play that song now?
Well, it depends on where I'm playing, I guess. But I mean, last week we were in Nashville, in Tennessee.
They boo you?
And no, they didn't. They actually didn't. And it's surprising to see how many Alabama fans there are outside of Alabama.
They're all over the world.
Yeah, I'm talking to people, and I'm like, well, you might have heard the song Roll Tide Roll, and they're like, oh, like that's you. I love that song. My son watches that on YouTube every day, or something.
Now, speaking
like
of YouTube, how many hits have you had on YouTube with that song altogether? You think?
It's about one video is like 160,000, and then there's another one that's like 40 or 50 now. So that's definitely a huge avenue of like exposure, and it's where people go to watch game footage and all that stuff. So it was a really good fit.
So what would be the ultimate for you guys in your band?
I think we'd both like to hear it played in Bryant-Denny.
That's right.
I would too. Well, first of all, I look forward to hearing it. You guys are going to be practicing. So good. Well, anyway, thanks for having us over. Thanks for allowing us to have it first.
Thanks for coming. Yes,
we
sir.
are Roll Tide Roll fans. We're about to hear it right here in Huntsville in the basement in just a moment. So y'all hang on.